Navigating an overcrowded airport terminal can easily drain your energy and test your patience before your trip even begins. To escape the chaos, you might be tempted to walk up to an airport lounge and pay the standard $50 day rate. But doing that immediately puts you in a financial hole, destroying your travel budget for a few hours of quiet seating and mediocre Wi-Fi. If you live in Canada, the landscape for getting into these lounges for free just went through a massive overhaul. Major Canadian banks have completely phased out Priority Pass. The new industry standards are the Visa Airport Companion app, which runs on the Dragon Pass network, and MasterCard Travel Pass. This leaves you with a difficult choice. Avoiding those expensive day rates means you need to hold a premium credit card. But if you fly only once or twice a year, a $799 annual fee for unlimited access is just as damaging. Securing access depends entirely on the math, balancing the card's upfront cost against your exact annual flight frequency. To figure out if a card is actually worth it, you need to calculate a very specific metric, your net lounge return. First, determine your total lounge visit value. You find this by taking the number of times you expect to visit a lounge this year and multiplying it by that $50 average entry cost. Second, determine the card's effective annual fee. That is the sticker price on the credit card, minus any guaranteed statement credits you'll actually use. This chart shows exactly where the math tilts in your favor. If you make 10 visits, paying out of pocket costs you $500. But compare that against a $150 fee for the Scotiabank Passport, or a $399 net fee for the Amex Platinum. To guarantee a financial profit rather than a deficit, you have to pinpoint your exact break-even point on these curves before you apply. For the occasional traveler taking 2 to 4 round trips a year, the most efficient option on the market is the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite. This scorecard tracks our financial inputs. The Scotiabank Passport starts with a $150 annual fee. In return, you receive 6 free Dragon Pass visits every year, giving you $300 in concrete value, plus 0 foreign exchange fees on purchases abroad. The limitation here is the strict cap. Once you walk in for visit number 7, you are paying out of pocket. You also won't get into ultra-premium flagship lounges with this setup. There is also a major operational hurdle for Canadians using the Dragon Pass network that frequently leads to denied entry. If you hand your physical credit card to the receptionist at a Plaza Premium Lounge, they will turn you away. You must download the Visa Airport Companion app, register your card, and present the digital QR code to get inside. If you handle that digital registration ahead of time, this card yields a definitive $150 to $225 net profit for budget-conscious flyers. On the opposite end of the spectrum is the heavyweight option. If you travel 6 or more times a year with a partner, the American Express Platinum Card offers the highest return on investment. Our scorecard updates to show an intimidating $799 sticker price. However, that cost is immediately offset by $400 in annual travel and dining credits, dropping your effective net fee to $399. That buys you unlimited access to the Global Lounge Collection, which includes Centurion and Plaza Premium locations, for both you and a guest on every single visit. To break even on that net fee, you just need to make 8 individual lounge visits over the course of the year. For a couple flying 4 round trips, you hit that number easily. The primary catch to factor in before applying is that American Express has lower daily merchant acceptance in Canada compared to Visa or MasterCard. For those meeting the travel threshold, the $1,200 in annual airport value makes the card a net positive financial asset. For those who consistently fly with one specific carrier, the calculation changes entirely. Take the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege Card. Its $599 annual fee secures unlimited access to North American Air Canada Maple Leaf lounges, plus 6 global Dragon Pass visits. But if you suddenly switch your routing to fly WestJet or Porter, your return on investment plummets, because those Maple Leaf lounges are locked behind a same-day Air Canada ticket. You also have to watch out for cards that offer a negative yield, like the CIBC AdVantage card. You pay a $139 annual fee just to get a lounge membership, but you still have to pay $32 at the door every time you walk in. You are literally paying for the privilege of paying again. A credit card's theoretical benefits are completely worthless if your flight routes restrict entry, or if the passes aren't complimentary in the first place. Ultimately, there is no single best lounge card in a vacuum. The correct choice maps directly to your expected time spent in the air. This decision tree maps out the optimal path based on your volume. It starts with a simple question. How many round-trip flights are you taking this year? If you expect 2 to 4 trips, you follow this path straight to the Scotiabank Passport, securing a solid $150 plus net profit. Do not let marketing FOMO push you into a higher tier. Upgrading beyond this card when you only fly occasionally guarantees a financial loss. If you take 6 or more trips, the path splits. Flyers strictly loyal to Air Canada map to the TD Aeroplan card, while airline-agnostic travelers map to the Amex Platinum. Matching your travel profile to this logic ensures you maximize your comfort at the terminal, while completely eliminating any negative yield costs. The golden rule remains absolute. Never walk up to a lounge reception desk and pay the cash day rate out of pocket. Access works best when treated as a predictable line item in your travel math. Take 5 minutes right now to audit your upcoming travel calendar and calculate your expected annual visit count. You can also use automated strategy engines like WalletFit to input your exact spending footprint and let the algorithm crunch the break-even math for you. By checking the math before you fly, you ensure that time spent in the lounge is a deliberate financial win.